Good morning. So I have eight 12 3/4 inch rings to make, diameter wise. It's going to be roughly 3/8 to 1/4 inch thick rings. And they're 36 segments per ring. Just a while back I made a vessel I called the Jester's Crown, which had 72 segments per ring. And I never made one with that many segments per ring, and I had to figure out how I was going to glue them together. And I'd seen where someone had taken and paired up segments, and then took those pairs and made them into sets of 4. And that's what I did. Then I made rings after that. And it went from anywhere from 6 inches, I believe, in diameter out to 16 inches in diameter. And today, to make these rings, I've never quite done it this way either, but those rings I made for the Jester's Crown turned out to be quite strong. They were really glued together well. So I'm going to make pairs, and then I'll have 18 segments. So it's a 36 segment ring. I'm going to make pairs, glue together pairs. And then I'm going to take those pairs and glue them together in a ring and use rubber bands as a clamp. So I'm going to use my small DeWalt clamps, and I'm going to make pairs, 18 pairs, and then I'm going to come back and take those and make into a full segmented ring of 36 pieces. Anyway, here we go. So here we go. This is what I was talking about. And then once these set up a little bit, I will unclamp them, and I'll take these pairs and I will make rings out of them using rubber bands as the clamping mechanism. Oop. But we just barely put a little pressure on them, get them lined up flat. Yeah, right there. We'll let that set for a little while, and then we'll make rings. Okay, so I have 18 pairs that I just glued up with my clamps in this circle you see here in the ring. And I'm going to take that and glue it together and put it inside this rubber band gluing jig, then pull nails and bring the rubber bands around it. So here we go. We're gonna speed this up now just for time, but I think you get a good idea. And there you have it. We will transfer it to another part of the workshop using this piece of a 1/4 inch plywood I have, just like that. And then we'll go over here and put it on the workbench over here, out of the way. And we'll slide it off there. And we'll take that more wax paper and put over it. And then this piece of 1/4 inch plywood, we'll take some lead shot and weight it down and keep it pressed till it dries up. Yeah. So that's how I'm learned how to make these 1/4 inch rings. Now I know some people will make 3/4 inch rings and then they'll part them on the lathe, and that's fine, but I really like learning how to make 1/4 inch, 3/8 inch thick rings. I run them through my drum sander, and I've made them up to 16 inches in diameter, 16 and a half. with a method very similar to this. Anyway, later.